Hello and welcome to yet another episode of History Time. It's been quite a gap, and I am meeting you for the first time after the new year. So let me wish you all a very happy new year. 2023 is a special year for the Tamil Nadu Police. It marks the golden jubilee of the recruitment of women in the police force. Let us see in this episode what is the history of women in Tamil Nadu Police. It was in 1919 that for the first time, the Inspector General of Police of Madras, P.L. Moore, suggested that women ought to be recruited in the force. That was because the freedom struggle was gaining ground and women were beginning to participate in it, and the all-male police were finding it difficult to handle them. Everybody agreed to the idea, but nothing really came of it. And finally, it was in Kanpur in 1939 that the first woman was recruited into the police force. Post-independence in 1949, Delhi and Punjab became the first regions where women joined the police. In 1955, in Madras state, a proposal was brought for the first time that one sub-inspector, one head constable, and 20 police constables should be recruited from women. But nothing came of it once again. In fact, in 1961, when the Punjab Commission began to enquire as to whether women should join the police force, the then Chief Secretary of Madras State and the Inspector General of Police vehemently said that women have no place in the police. But then matters keep moving ahead, and in 1973, finally, the first set of women were recruited by the Tamil Nadu Police. It comprised one sub-inspector, one head constable, and 20 police constables. The first woman sub-inspector was Usha Rani Narendra, and the entire unit was recruited in December 1973. They underwent 1 year's extensive training, and finally, the passing out parade was held on 1st November 1974 at the Rajaratnam Stadium. F.V. Arul, who was then the Inspector General of Police, presided over the event, and the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mu Karunanidhi, was the chief guest. That event actually combined two things. One was the passing out parade of the first all-women unit of the Tamil Nadu Police, and the second was the electrification of the Rajaratnam Stadium. The Chief Minister pressed a button and the whole stadium was flooded with light. F.V. Arul, in his speech, said that just as the stadium had become illuminated, he was hoping that the women would illuminate and enlighten the entire police force. Usha Rani would go on to have a career, as would several of the other women who joined along with her at that time. For 4 years thereafter, there was no recruitment, and then in 1977, the next batch of 13 women police constables were recruited in Madurai. In the meantime, other changes were happening. In 1976, Tamil Nadu got its first women IPS officers. Latika Dhar, who would later become better known as Latika Saran, and Tilakavati both joined the IPS and reported for duty in Madras city. They would both go on to have stellar careers in the police force. Both would become Director Generals of Police in 2010, and Latika Saran would also go on to head the entire police force of Tamil Nadu, and both would retire in 2012. Tilakavati can actually lay claim to be the first Tamil woman to become an IPS officer. In fact, she became something of a cult figure among women, and several of them aspired to join the police force after her. In the meantime, things were changing. In 1989, a survey revealed that out of a 10,000 strong police force in Tamil Nadu, only 800 were women, and that was considered to be a very low figure. A rule came about that said that 30% reservation for women ought to be done in the Tamil Nadu police force. And thereafter, women began joining in increasing numbers. In 1992, Tamil Nadu had yet another record. The then Chief Minister, J. Jayalalitha, inaugurated the first all-women's police station at Thousand Lights near Mount Road in Madras city. And thereafter, the number of all-women police stations has only increased. Today, the state has 222 police stations run entirely by women. There was sound logic for this. Normally, women would hesitate to come and complain or even register a complaint at a police station where men were present. The presence of women empowered them and gave them confidence to come and speak about their problems. And therefore, the all-women police stations became increasingly popular thereafter. In 2003, Tamil Nadu notched yet another record. It became the first state in India to have an entire commando unit exclusively of women. And they were trained in all kinds of battles, taking care of hostages, rescuing people from fire disasters, providing VIP security, taking care of safety in processions and in religious gatherings, and so many other activities. It became the first women commando unit in the whole country. In fact, at the national level, the first women commando unit would come up only 10 years later in 2013. Gradually, the number of women in Tamil Nadu Police kept increasing. Today, we have over 20,000 women in what is a force of strength of around 1 lakh and a little more. It's a remarkable record of growth considering that it began only 50 years ago. The increase in the number of women in the police force also meant that more and more women were going to come and participate in the police sports meets, and they began to win medals. One of the best examples is P. Anuradha, who won the gold in the weightlifting in the Commonwealth Games held in 2019. There are going to be several more like her in the years to come. This is a remarkable state indeed, with many records to its credit. I will come back with more such stories in the weeks to come. Bye for now.